Hey, tankers, we are back and we are getting ready to get into the full review of the IS2Sh. This tank, I had a pretty good run with it thus far. As you can see, my stats, 1800, over 1800 average damage, which is pretty good, 67% win rate, 1.4 average vehicles destroyed, 1.4 average vehicles enemies spotted. So yeah, as you can see, no, I was not able to pick up the ace in this tank as of the recording of this. If I do pick up the ace and get it on recording, I will definitely post it as a separate video. Anyways, going back into the stats of this vehicle, I will give you a quick sneak peek just to see what equipment I'm running. I am running Rammer, Vitality, Optics, Enhanced Gun Laying Drive, Enhanced Armor, Engine Accelerator, because this thing already has a lot of get up and go and I really like it as it is. And finally, Vertical Stabilizers, because Russian guns suck and you need as much guns accuracy as possible. Anyways, getting back into the detailed stats of this vehicle, we will start first with the protection. As you can see, it has 1500 hit points, 130 millimeters of frontal hull armor, 100 millimeters of side armor, which is actually slightly angled inwards, but nothing too exaggerated, so it's not going to be that much more effective if you had the broad flat side of the tank from here. But when you are side scraping at this angle or so, with your gun over this side of the vehicle, it can be extremely devastating and really bounce a lot of shots. Hopping back into the stats, turret armor has 170 millimeters of frontal turret armor, 90 at the side and 90 at the rear. So the turret's not like your IS-3 Defender where it's going to bounce everything, but you can pull off some pretty troll bounces off the cheeks. The front of the mantlet can be penned by your T-34s, your Lurves, high penetration guns that are pretty accurate for their tier. Maneuverability, 53.42 tons as I have it equipped with an engine power of 819 horsepower. Speed limit is 42 kilometers per hour. Traverse speed as I have it with my equipment is 30 degrees, 30.93 degrees, with on the whole, 23.99 degrees of traverse with the turret. Your specific power ratio is, let me get my notes here, 15.33, which is very excellent for a heavy tank at this tier. Heck, some medium tanks have a lower horsepower to ton ratio. Cough, cough. T-54 Mod 1. Cough, cough. Anyways, back into the firepower. Standard shell damage. You'll find that this thing is exactly the same as every other Soviet tank at this tier. Nothing too spectacular. 300 to 500 is what you can roll. Standard shell penetration is 166 to 276. Rate of fire with my gun rammers 5.02. Aim time, I got it down to 4.7. Dispersion, and this is after all the equipment that I have on it, is 0.394. So this thing certainly isn't a sniping tank. View range is still abysmally bad for a heavy, but not as bad as it would have been pre-3.8 because there's really no point in running camo on heavy tanks. Going to the more detailed statistics, we already know what the rate of fire is. The average penetration for your standard APCR is 221 millimeters, 270 millimeters of heat pen, 61 millimeters of high explosive pen. These stats are the exact same that you would find on the IS-3 Defender's gun, just without the autoloader. Again, you can see your average damage, 400, 400, 500. The dispersion, which is, again, not good at all. Mobility has already been taken care of. Armor, already taken care of. So we will now get ready for some gameplay, but I just want to say, I love the legendary camo on this thing. I have the red star, the bear on the side, the colors are all just very, very, very nice. And I really like this tank. It's my favorite tank at this tier. I did run it in some competitive events. The speed and low profile and side scraping ability really helped on some city maps, as well as just being able to push through, and its troll armor really helps bounce a surprising number of shots, considering that it doesn't have the thickest numbers or the pike nose or the most round turret or anything, but it really, as you guys saw in my preview video, this thing really can pull off some amazing number of ricochets. So I'm going to hope to highlight that in the gameplay that I'm going to bring up for you guys next. Again, I wasn't able to get an ace or anything, so we're just going to have to settle for some decent damage games for tier 8 and another first class that I did record. So we'll hop into that right after this. But again, the camouflage. The camouflage is just awesome. Alright. Gameplay coming right up next. Alright guys, we're going to get into the first set of gameplay here, and our first battle is going to be on Copperfield. We are going to be top tier. My team has significant heavy advantage. Well, what I would term significant heavy advantage on this map, at least for the heavy alleyway, which is that area. The one line, as is often termed by Bushka, the shortest connection between the two spawn points. Anyways, so I'm going to have to apologize ahead of time. This recording was a little bit iffy, but it is a pretty decent bit of gameplay, and it kind of shows off all the good bits about this tank. So I'm going to be pushing up to this little side scrapey bit here, because this is a pretty decent area for tanks to get some bounces, and you can see right away that I do pull a bounce from the front. Another one from the front there. IS2Sh did push up on me and put a nice shot into my side. I bounced another one off my front upper plate. Their T28 actually bounced off, missed me, so I was able to put a shot into his cheek, and looks like damaged his gun. So now we can see that almost every single one of the enemy tanks has been spotted here, including their light tanks, so I'm a lot less reticent about being out in the open here, and I do dunk a shot into the ground with this wonderful Russian gun handling and accuracy, pinpoint precision. So again, reloaded. I'm just trying to be aware of the tanks that are on my flank. If I had been side scraping where I did at the beginning of this match, I do put another shot into the ridge there, and getting kind of angry and frustrated with that, but I do bounce a shot from the RU-251. I can see that he isn't really too concerned about going face to face with heavies, because he keeps popping out and tempting fate. But he does get off camo. My team decided that now was the time to push up, so I decided to go with it. We were going to try pushing on these heavies. I do take a shot from the RU-251, so I guess it's not as stupid as I thought. We want to kill these heavies over here, but I don't want to do so in a way that makes me too exposed, so I do pick up the kill on Tiger 1. I'm concerned about being shot by people on my left side over here, but I don't want to get shot by this tiger and stuff. So I put a nice shot in the lower plate of the Tiger 2, picking up my second kill. I've taken a little bit of a beating. I'm at 590 health now, and there's a pretty dangerous American TD over there. Contemplate, go for the shot, miss it. At this point I was certain my team would clean up, so I wanted to get down here. I didn't want to take any damage. But as we're going down here, I can see that my team is actually having a lot of troubles dealing with that prototype, and they're just really getting annihilated. So I push out, get a little bit on the hill, try getting the kill, but it already died, so then I end up going down the slope because I don't want to be shot in the side. I want to kill this RU-251, so he's backing up around me. I do ram him broadside, try getting him stuck up on this hill. I'm just trying to stop him from running away. Bounces one off my upper plate earlier there. Puts one into my side. So now I'm on 300 health. Loaded an HE round. Missed the shot. This is where I was starting to get really worried. Take another one, so I'm a one shot now. RU-251 luckily gets hit by someone on my team. It's burning slowly. He's very low hit points, so I was able to pick up the kill on him. But again, I'm on extremely low hit points. The enemy has 2 tanks left. We have 4. But one of them is a Borsig, and they do have a full health mod 1. So I load up on the HE to go Borsig hunting. I'm confident that I can get the shot on him, and he won't get one on me. I do get a very nice roll there. I think it was 511. Load up an EPCR because now he's below that magic 300 number, so I know that I can get a one-shot kill on him. Pushing up here, like I said, I don't want to die because I'm not full of confidence that my team's going to win this, but I do. As you see, push out, Borsig's looking the wrong way, pick up the kill and complete a mission, which is nice in this mission-driven economy after update 3.8. Again, that is a separate discussion. So I'm on my top gun here. I'm on 80 hit points. They have a full health T-54 mod 1. Both of my teammates are pretty beat up, so this guy could easily have picked up Cull Bandits here if he would have played this slightly smarter. No one really wants to push out and be the first to die, so I'm just going to try to let my prototype and my Borsig just spot up, see if I can get some shots here or there. But again, I wasn't certain my team was going to pick up the win here, so I do push forward. I figured that if I could get Mod 1 to come after me and let my teammates put some shots into him, they could pick up this win. But the Mod 1 is spotted over by our Borsig. I do load APCR because I was anticipating the side of his tank there. I'm worried that he's going to die. I do put a shot into him. Some slightly low roll. He spots me in the brand new tank, and the I gotta kill a new tank syndrome pops in. Rushes straight in at me, bounces one off my upper plate. As you can see, his upper plate is looking pretty strong. I rotate, go slightly down a hill, my shot goes off into the wild yonder. And I do end up getting killed. But the Borsig on my team puts a big shot in the side of the Mod 1. Mod 1 almost escapes here, almost gets around the side of our prototype. Our Borsig was just trying to stay alive, does get killed, but finally our prototype puts in the kill and gets a kill on this guy, so I am able to pick up a Top Gun win, even though I died. And I was raging slightly at that point, so I do pick up 2.8k, first class, Top Gun, and a Scout Medal, the Medal of Shame. Pick up a nice little bit of spare parts. So, yeah, that's first set of gameplay. Next set's going to be coming right at you. Alright guys, hopping into the third bit of gameplay. Yes, it is incidentally on Copperfield again. For some reason, this tank seems to have pretty good games on Copperfield and other city maps. But we're not going to get into too much of that right now. Again, I spawned on the same time as the previous video, and no, this is not the same replay. No, I did not screw up. I do have a lot of heat loaded in this tank. I figured that 20 rounds of APCR is 8,000 potential damage, so I might as well bring a ton of heat in case I go up against pesky E75s or other heavily armored tier 9s, or some tier 7s for that matter, because Russian's OP. Get to the same spot as before, tried side scraping, seeing if I spot anyone. A Dracula pops up out of nowhere, pops back down. I'm wiggling, do get a pounce off I think that looks like my upper plate or front of my turret. I don't want this guy shooting me in the side while I'm side scraping all these other tanks, so I pop back, he bounces off me, I put a nice shot into him, track him, but the magical repair abilities of the Dracula allows him to heal himself without getting even worse. So I'm loading, side scraping to the Dracula now. Not wanting to get shot by pushing forward to get shot. I do get shot, go out a little bit too much, I bounce a couple. I was more interested in farming steel wall metal here, so I do put one into the AMX 5100. He fires either at me and misses me or at the T-34 behind me. Recording does hiccup here a little bit. I noticed I'd been shot in the side. Try putting one. I do put one into the T-71 all the way over there, which shows that Russian bias is real, that you can make insane shots. We're going to push forward here. I spot a Stuer meal. Not interested in dying here, but it's I thought at the time I was thinking that we needed to push the front so we're not getting shot in the sides by those three tanks over on our flank. Put one into the meal. I probably could have used HE there, but I didn't want to go through the hassle of reloading. The 5100s still out there. Sturmmeel's coming back up for more. I aim in, and my shot goes God knows where. Probably hit the excellent modeling that is the ridge lines. Bounce a shot off my side. Knows there's a tank behind us, so I decided we need to push up. 5100's an inviting target. Put one into him. Sturmmeel's on 90-something health. VK 3002D on my team kills the Sturmmeel. It's going to go forward. I do confirm the kill on the AMX 5100 for not a ton of damage. So now it's a 2 versus 3. They have 2 light tanks that are pretty high health, as well as a medium tank that is somewhere. Both 2 of them have popped up. I want to put a big shot into this RU-251, get a 477 roll, pop adrenaline because I don't want him to circle death me, and I was hoping to get the kill. Load APCR because I see the side of his tank. He does end up going off the ridge line, so I want to help my VK. I don't want to end up in a 1 versus 3 scenario, so I do turn around and give my side to the RU-251, which was a bit of a mistake because I do take some damage, but we do manage to turn this into a 2 versus 2. Someone goes through the cap zone, which lets me know that the RU is the only one on this side of the map. VK decides to go balls to the wall and get really involved. Puts a nice shot into the T-71. Takes, looks like 2 in return. I go in, and I do secure the kill. Again, I'm great kill secure. I park myself immediately in cap because I want to draw this other light tank out. One light tank went up through the cap zone earlier, so he's above me, and we're going to see a stellar representation of just how poor the gun elevation is on this tank. I'm turning around to get my frontal armor directed towards the RU-251, trying to protect as much of my tank as possible from him sneaking around. He does go off camo. We are capping, so we're not too worried here. Focus on orienting my tank with the front towards the hill. RU-251 decides to YOLO it down. Takes a shot, rams the VK, and then I kill him, which I think was another kill secured. So, massive carry by us, and shout out to that VK 3002D on my team. I pick up a first class, 3.4k damage, 78,000 credits, steel wall, high caliber. And that will wrap it up for gameplay for this review. Thank you very much. Please like, subscribe, and share if you want more. I will have a review of the IS5 as soon as my clan does get to clan supply 10. My personal access is just about at clan supply 10, so as soon as we can get the IS5 out there, I will start racking up gameplay footage of it. I'll let you guys know what I think about it, so keep it coming, keep those views coming. If you guys have ideas, tanks you want to see reviewed, please just let me know in the comments below. Have a great night, and tank on.